This is about Trump and Zelensky. He has just turned on this guy something fierce. I mean, he turned on him a long time ago, but I'm just kind of wondering why this happened. And so I got to looking back through a few things, and I think I pretty much know what's going on. If you remember the letter, or the phone call that Trump and Zelensky had back in, I think, 2018, he's wanting Zelensky to dig up a bunch of dirt on Biden, on Biden and his son. And I think Zelensky, he's kind of going, what's this crap about? I mean, he kind of tried to tell him, yeah, okay, I guess, and then he didn't do anything because there was really nothing to do. If you impress Trump badly, he's your enemy. That's it. It's all about personal things with him. A personal affront. This guy wouldn't do what I asked him on investigating my opponent. And that's kind of how he works. You talk about, I have this great relationship with Putin and Xi and Kim Jong-un, because they all tell him what he wants to hear. And so he's all buddy-buddy with these guys. But Zelensky, he hasn't really been. When he became president, he just, took Putin's side right away. Just bingo, and you knew this was going to happen. He hinted about it before. And, it's the humanity there, everybody's dying, and we're, this horrible, horrible war. This horrible war, every war is horrible.
It's just so terrible. I see pictures that you fortunately don't get to see. You don't want to see them. And that is a killing field. You have young soldiers being killed, thousands a week, and we got to get it over with. It's bad for Russia, and it's bad for Ukraine, and it's bad for us on a humanitarian basis. I've had very good talks with Putin, and I've had not such good talks with Ukraine. They don't have any cards, but they play it tough. But we're not going to let this continue. This war is terrible.
But if you listen to him, almost all of his talking points come straight from the Russians. Straight from them. Remember the 4%? Zelensky was supposedly polling at 4% in...
We're the leader in Ukraine. I mean, I hate to say it, but he's down at 4% approval rating.
His country, well, it's like 57%. So he caught that from the Russians. And then this, horrible, horrible war, everybody's dying, that's coming from Putin too.
Well, we have a situation where we haven't had elections in Ukraine, where we have martial law, essentially martial law in Ukraine.
Well, they should have elections in Ukraine. Well, their constitution says no, not during wartime. So that comes straight from the Russians too. And, he's just a dictator. Okay, that's from Russia too. They've said all this stuff. And if you don't believe me, listen to the Russian broadcaster.
Total alignment with the way we see things.
Трамп отвечает на вопросы по поводу пресс-конференции.
When Trump is answering questions about the press conference, I think it is not a coincidence that many of the narratives that are being voiced largely materialized after their conversation.
Но фразы, которые он дает,
the phrases he is saying are so deep and so correct. They are in total alignment with the way we see things.
Well, that to me says it all. He's going to give them whatever they want. And we'll see how this all pans out. But they go to Saudi Arabia and meet the Russians and Americans over there. No Ukraine, no European Union, because this is where they're planning out their strategy. that's what they actually did. They planned out their strategy right there. And then you hear all this dictator stuff a little bit later. As far as is concerned, Ukraine can just go to heck. It's just a money drain on them anyway, and so on. And there's no upside to it. There's nobody telling him how great he is. So that's how that's going to work. Now, there's going to be a lot more to this as time goes on, but yeah, that's it on this one.